Well, I forgot to get another 2x4 today, but got a couple good spots left on this one, so I'm going to use those for tonight's test. Okay, so I changed my mind, and I am going to do one more head-to-head between the Ridgid R861152 and the Milwaukee 2904. And I'm going to start with the 18650 cell batteries, fully charged 6 amp battery on the Ridgid, speed 2 drill mode. I'm going to do 2 holes with the Diablo self-feeding auger, and then I've got a little surprise. All right, well, I'm probably just going to have to go here. Let's do it here instead.
Ready? Start. 4.19.
4.19, and that one is clean.
Well, the split, your 4x4 split.
Well, split a little bit right there. So we'll go
is?
down here, right below that split for the second hole. All right, so let's just go here like I had planned on. We're ready when you are.
Go. .51.
So that's pretty consistent. 4.4, 4.51. Is that what we had?
4.1 and 4.51.
Yeah, pretty good, pretty close. I'm gonna set that there. Here's my surprise. I want y'all to see. Brand new, in the package, Spyder, 1/2 inch self-feeding auger bit. Used for the very first time tonight. Because I like the auger bits and I've heard great things about Spyder. Not only am I testing these drills, but I'm testing the bits themselves. Open this up just a little bit more. Tighten it down. All right, we're gonna go here for the first hole.
Go. 5.78.
5.78. Let's see if the second hole is any different.
Go. 6.03.
6. Seems like the Diablo's a little faster. Anyway, I'm gonna switch over to Milwaukee now.
Pause that for a second. Okay.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to mention I got some new gloves. They're high vis, and that wasn't intentional. These just happened to be on clearance, and I'm kind of thinking that reinforcement on that finger might help make this a little more comfortable when I throw the bigger battery on there, because I don't want to rule Milwaukee out just for that simple discomfort. And I'm going to try to go here, first hole with the Diablo auger, and hopefully I don't cross in another hole. On speed 2, fully charged 5 amp XC battery. Ready when you are.
Go. 4.38.
So that's pretty consistent with the Ridgid, with this bit. Okay, so we got that issue remedied. Flip the wood around, a lot more healthy areas on this side. So let's do the second with the Diablo auger right here.
Go. 5.85.
Let me do one more. I may not have had the trigger fully squeezed. Let's go right here.
Go. $4.77.
Yeah, that's closer. Yeah. All right, now I'm gonna switch this over to the Spyder.
Can you feel if that battery's hot or if that's hot?
The drill? Oh, drill's cool. Ready when you are.
Go. $6.24.
Well, that's really binding up with the Spyder. Let's try it right here.
Go. $5.18.
That one looks clean. Interesting. Seemed like I wanted to cut out for a split second on the way back. Okay, so we're gonna tally those numbers up, and then I'm going to switch to 21-700 cell batteries and do this test again. Be right back. Okay, the Ridgid 8 amp battery with 21-700 cells is still on the charger, but the Milwaukee 6 amp high output 21-700 cell battery is fully charged. Milwaukee is a tad warmer, but I just stopped and it's not hot by any means. And I am going to tell you that this glove does make a little bit of difference underneath that trigger. It's not as uncomfortable as it was the other night. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and just start testing with the Milwaukee 2904 with the Diablo auger. And I'm going to go right here for my first hole. And whenever you're ready.
Go. $4.20.
4.2. Now let's do the second hole right here.
Go.
And it cut out. Interesting. Well, let's kick it down to the speed 1. Wonder if I hit something there. Let's try it again. Back in speed 2, and we'll go right between these two screws, and hopefully I don't hit anything. Ready when you are.
Go. $5.51.
5.5, and I know I didn't hit anything that time. Looks like I'm going a little crooked tonight. So that's probably why I hit whatever I hit the first time. Just for the heck of it. We'll do one with a Spyder. It's still in speed 2, or back in speed 2. And let's see if I can, that's too close to the edge, probably damage it. Let's see if I can not cross over in another hole here.
Go. $6.10.
6.1. And that is fresh wood all the way through. So we're finding out the Diablo is faster than the Spyder. I know they're both half-inch. The Spyder's 18 inches long, and the Diablo is 16 or 17. I don't know if that has any effect. I do notice that that part of the shank that goes into the chuck is a little bit bigger on the Spyder. Let's see. Gosh, I don't know if I even want to try a second hole, because I want to save some fresh wood for the Ridgid. So let's pause right there. We'll tally up those times. I'm gonna do one hole each end grain with the Spyder and the Diablo auger bits, and then I'm going to add up those numbers. So here goes the Spyder.
Go. $16.36.
Again, cutting out. Speed 2 on the way out. Drop it down to speed 1 to get it started. Well, let's try the Diablo. Still showing a full charge on the battery. Back in speed 2, still in drill mode. 6 amp high output battery. And this is with the Diablo self-feeding auger in the Milwaukee 2904. And let's go here so I can't risk going into that other hole. So I'm ready when you are.
Go. $15.72.
15.72. And, yep. Honestly, I don't know if any drill is not going to cut out, trying to back out of that. So we kick it down to the speed 1 to start it. And it will finish at speed 2. Be right back. We're going to do the Ridgid. And now I got the Ridgid R861152 fully charged 8 amp EXP 21700 cell battery. Going to do the first hole with the Diablo self-feeding auger. I'm going to go right here and hope for the best. Ready when you are.
Go. $3.78.
I'm not sure if I crossed over.
I don't think you did.
We'll just delete one number off of this, and we'll delete it off the Milwaukee too. See if I can get one hole with the Spyder. I will tell you all, the more I hold this Ridgid with the bigger battery, with or without glove, it just seems more stable than the Milwaukee. It's still like resting toward the back of my hand. The extra girth in the handle, the taper of the battery, and a slightly less cant in the handle itself, I think really adds to that. I haven't accidentally loosened the chuck with my hand on the clutch ring, so it hasn't moved since I've been doing this test at all. So don't be scared to buy this drill. It has been performing very, very well. I'm going to try one hole with this Spyder. Let's try to go right here and hope for the best.
Go. .32.
Interestingly enough, this super sensitive anti-kickback has not affected any of the tests I've done, except when I was backing out and it bound up, and that actually just saved my hand, if anything. So anyway, with the Ridgid, still in speed 2, 8 amp EXP 21700 cell battery, gonna take this Diablo self-feeding auger. Let's start that over. Yeah, they're gonna go right here.
Go. .19.
15.19. Cutting that when it backs out, just like the Milwaukee did. Hold this auxiliary handle. I learned that the hard way. It's got so much torque in speed 1, the anti-kickback still stopped it. Back it out to speed 2. I'm going to stay at speed 2. I'm going to switch over to the Spyder. I already know the Spyder is going to be slower, but I'm going to do it for consistency. I wonder if we should try one more where I don't have to push so hard. Let's see. Maybe I can go right here. We'll try one more. Ready when you are.
Go. .5.
Okay, that was way better. Now, and I get it back down to speed 2, no problem. So we're gonna tally up the numbers on the end grain and the through comparison with the 21700 cell batteries, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we ended up tallying everything up. The Ridgid with the 6 amp 18650 cells, we ended up with a total of 20.51 for an average of 3.41 seconds. Now the Milwaukee with the 5 amp 18650 cells, we took off that bad time because I'm not sure what happened. It was an inconsistency. We gave it the best times. We ended up with a total of 20.57 seconds for an average of 3.42. So if you look at that, I mean, neck and neck. Ridgid came out a little bit ahead this time. I've heard there's actually a break-in period for the Ridgid, and it seems like it's kind of hitting its stride because, like, except for right there, it kind of, well, actually even then, because you take a 5.18, 5.78, and you got a 6.03, 6.24, so consistent. The Spyder was obviously slower than the Diablo, but if you actually look at the Diablo, Ridgid smashed it. I mean, smashed it. I wouldn't say like leaps and bounds, but it did better overall. Now we jumped up into the bigger 21700 cells. I didn't have enough wood to do 2 holes per bit per drill, so we ended up taking off the worst time for the Milwaukee right here. And then when we added it up, we got a total of 20.5 seconds for the Ridgid 8 amp 21700 cell battery for an average of 11.2 seconds. Then we got the 6 amp 21700 cell Milwaukee, because according to everybody, that is the best performing battery for that drill. So we ended up with a total of 42.38 seconds for an average of 10.6 seconds. Again, at the end of the day, that is like a little over a half a second slower for the Ridgid, but yet it was a little faster with the 18650 cell battery. Now, yeah, that's 5 amp versus 6 amp, but Milwaukee don't make a 6 amp 18650 cell battery. Leave comments below, and I'm not gonna lie, even with the gloves on, the Milwaukee's still a little forward heavy. It didn't bother my finger this time, but the Ridgid was comfortable. And yeah, I don't know, I'm kind of really leaning towards Ridgid. Leave comments. And if you're liking my videos, how about you think about that for a minute? Have a great day.